What's going on, guys? Welcome to a brand new video on the channel. Today I'm very excited to bring you weighted pull-up session. I've been slacking on for a while because this thing hasn't been able to come in the mail, but it's time. We're doing a 10 by 10. I'm strapping on 17.5 kilos and we'll see how it goes. So getting right into it, guys, not gonna lie, it felt really good to get that weight belt that I've been waiting for in the mail. So I did a 10 by 10 with the weighted belt added, and here I just did one set of, I believe, 10 reps to get the blood flowing, get warmed up. So I did that before my first working set. Today though, I did feel quite explosive, as you can see in the beginning of these reps. I was really flying on that bar, and big nod of approval there for the cameraman. Feeling good, shaking things off, getting that blood flow in the muscle, and as you can see here, weight belt strapped on and we are ready to go. We're not only ready to go, we are going. As you can see here, the weight belt is added on my waist and I have 17.5 kilograms of extra weight. So besides myself, which is, I haven't weighed myself in a while, but I'm 78 kilos, give or take. I don't know what I am right now. Something like that. Plus that external added weight, right, with the belt. So happy with that. And today was the first 100 pull-up session with weight in about, I don't want to say 2 weeks, but flirting with it. So between 1.5 and 2 weeks. It was the first session with added weight since I had left my home and gone to this location that I'm at right now for the month of July, and it felt good. I'm happy that it came in the mail, and as you can see here, I'm really working hard here, getting that contraction, really fighting for those reps. The first 6-7 sets was nothing too difficult, not gonna lie, and I'm happy with that because in my mind I was a little scared that, oh, I haven't done them in a while. My mindset wasn't 100% dead set confidence, being quite honest with you. And I strapped on the same amount of weight that I was currently at before I left my home, right? When I left my home in the beginning of the month here, I was at 10 by 10 with 17.5 kilograms. And on the 9th set, I believe, I started struggling, only getting 8 or 9 reps, as well as the 10th, of course. So I've been able to smash an 8 by 10 at home for a while, but not get past that successfully without completing an extra set to adjust for those missed reps. And I usually rep out a few more to account for any, in my opinion, the ones that are worse quality of reps. I feel like I usually get towards the end probably 5 or 6 added up that in my mind are not textbook form, or not explosive enough, or not high enough to the bar. And a little flex there for the cameraman. He told me to do that. So, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. Anyway, here we're getting into the later sets, starting to get more difficult, really focusing on pulling with those lats, as you can see. And I'm working here, I'm not gonna lie. It's not easy, but with the, I'm gonna say probably 5 minutes rest that I took, I'm gonna say I took 5 minutes at least. Not above 6 though, between 5 and 6 minutes between each set. So I was good and rested for all the sets, but it was needed. And as you can see here, I'm bracing for the end of my workout here. This is one of the much later sets, and I'm really just focusing on getting above the bar. That's all that's in my mind. I try to delete everything else that's in my brain and then just attack the set. My mindset is I want as good a set that I can possibly have in this, like, what is it, 30 seconds that I'm on there? 35 seconds usually is a duration of a set. So my mindset is just getting up there. And see, I'm getting fatigued here, and yeah, barely. Really focusing on those last ones, making it count. This is like halfway through 100 pull-ups, or like after 60, 70 reps usually for me is like, that's when in my mind, I say, dig deep. This is when it counts. This is when it gets hard. This is when you start breathing really heavy, even though you rested for 3, 4, 5, even more amount of time, minutes, right? So this is when it counts. Here I did an extra set. This is the extra set. I believe I got 7 or 8 reps, and I counted for reps like that previous one. So most people would probably say, "Oh, that was a good rep though. Your chin was at least bar level or possibly a little higher, and you pulled all the way from the bottom, right?" So on paper, that's basically a perfect rep, or not perfect, but at least you pass, right? So shaking my head in exhaust here, really, really focusing hard. And excuse me, this was the last set that I meant where I only got out. You can count them here, but I believe I got 6 or 7 to, as I said, account for these worse reps at towards the later sets in the workout. To actually feel like I did 100 good reps and then a few worse ones, right? There you go. That's what I had in the tank for the day. Really happy with it though, because I completed all the sets, right? So it really was a PR in the sense that I performed something that I had never done before, and my body was capable of achieving something that it physically hasn't been able to do before. So really happy with that. Not going to be too hard on myself like it often can be, as I've mentioned in previous videos. So I'm going to take it, but I'm going to work towards that 10 by 10 clean before I move on in weight. And we're going to get there together, guys. You can join me. It'll be great. Anyway, icing on the cake today, I did some bodyweight dips here. You might ask, well, why don't you just strap on the weight belt for that one too? Working on it. I would love to add some weight to this exercise, though I do struggle with slight elbow pain when performing these, and you might be saying, oh, that's because you go so deep, or that's because you get it out, but trust me, I've tried it all in pushing movements, and it's that right elbow that I've struggled with slight tendonitis, slight pain in through years now, since I started lifting when I was like 17 years old. So it's a problem I have. I don't feel it in pulling exercises unless I'm really, really, really fatigued, and usually never, although knock on wood, grateful that that hasn't been a problem yet. However, I do on pushing exercises. I did when I used to lift weight, more weights, not only body weight. I used to feel that on the bench press sometimes too. So it is a problem I have with pushing. So I really just focus on my form and doing quality reps on pushing right now before getting that solved. Not trying to injure myself, as we talked about. Longevity is key. It really, really is. But I did 3 sets of 12, I believe, on the shoulder press here, military press, whatever you want to call it, and I did 3 by 10 to 12 on the bodyweight dips there. Really going ridiculously deep, because I love that stretch, and I feel like that makes up for me not being able to add weight to it, just really controlling those reps, kind of more bodybuilding style. Anyway, you saw the finito sign there. You know what time it is. Time to wrap it up. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already, as it helps me out tremendously in growing this channel. Anyway, see you guys in the next video.